So I wanted to know about particularly your findings of the Fulani and its connection to the West Indian culture in particular. And this goes back to a conversation we had last year. I believe it was last year or earlier this year.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, when I was growing up, I knew people whose last name was Fuller, like David Fuller, Michael Fuller. There was a great soccer player who played from Jamaica, who played for Manchester United. His last name was Fuller. And I used to hear people used to say, like, a Fuller man that, a Fuller man. But I didn't understand what it meant. And then when I went to Mauritania, I hear they saying Pulaar with a P. They saying Hanko Pulaar, or Min Komi Pulaar, Hal Pulaar. So it was like a P. And then I went to Senegal, I hear they saying Tukala Bi, Kotukala. So I was like Tukala, Pulaar, Fuller, Fulbhe, Fulani, all these different words. I mean, is it the same tribe? Is the same, are these the same tribe of people? So I began to, go among the Fulani. I just began to hang around them, sit around them and listen to a lot of their conversation. I asked many of them, oh, could you teach me Fuller? They say, oh, no, Fulani is too complicated. If you're not born Fuller, you just can't speak Pulaar. They say it's a very difficult language. Why don't you learn like Wolof or something else that's easy? Then I went, met this girl from Guinea, and she was teaching me a few words of the greeting. So she said, Tana Laton, Marsode. And I went among the Senegalese and I said, Tana Laton. They said, Nombada. I said, and they say, oh, that's Guinea Fuller. We don't speak that Fuller. So, anyway, after I learned the alphabet of Pulaar, Alimtu Pulaar, Alkulek Pulaar, the alphabet, and I got a dictionary, and I started going through a lot of the words in the dictionary. I started realizing that a lot of the words in Jamaica and Patwa were from this language. I recognized a lot of the vocabulary that I came, and then I started checking the vocabulary, and I found out that the words even have the same meaning now as it mean in Pulaar. Not that you have, in certain language, sometimes you have words that sound the same, but it have a different meaning. And sometimes you have certain words, you can find it in many, many different languages. Like the word Mburu. Mburu in Wolof is bread. Pulaar is bread. In Yoruba is bread. In Goma, drum. In Zulu is bread. It's drum. In Bantu is drum. And in Swahili is drum. So sometimes you have different languages that share the same word. So and sometimes you have words that change into a different meaning. So like for example, one time they had asked some slaves in Jamaica where they come from. And they say, well, we come from a compound, Coromanti. So the word a compound or Coromanti, this word actually means city. That means it's like in Jamaica, you have Kingston is the city, and then all the other parishes, country. So if you say, I come from the city, it means you come from Kingston. So anyway, the Jamaicans, they take the word Coromanti and say, oh, you speak in Coromanti language. Like when you speak Patwa, they say, or it's Coromantee language, or the Maroons is speaking Coromantee language. And the Ghanaians don't speak Coromantee. They speak the Akan, they speak Tree, you know, or the Fanti, or they call it Ashanti. But they and Ashanti, they speak Fanti, they speak Akan. They're Akan people that speak the Tree language. So anyway, I started going to Africa every 6 months. I would go there. And so after being over there...
Starting which year?
No, from 1990. When I first went from 1990 to about 1995. I went to regular every year. I went, and I stayed like no less than... First time I went to Africa, I stayed 2 months. 2 months, okay. Because I had a job. That's the most I could have got. But after that, I was self-employed. I stayed 3 months, 4 months, 6 months. Most of the time, I would stay like 6 months. A lot of the time. Yeah. So it So
this Coromantee, that word comes from which language?
Well, Coromantee, they say it comes from Ghana, from the Tree language.
Tree language.
But in my studies, I only find about 3 words that I know come from the Tree language. A word called Abroni, which means white man. And in Tree, it means white man. And I've heard them use that word.
And that's in Jamaican
Patwa. In Jamaican Patwa. The word John Kunu.
John Kunu.
Yeah, John Kunu. They said that it came out of that language. I haven't really done the research to verify it, but it sound correct. Yeah. And the word abeng, that comes from the Ashanti, because in the horn that you blow is called abeng. Call a horn that is blown. So they use the word abeng, and they use the word Coromantee. Okay. So those are the only words. I tried to ask some people from Ghana now if they can tell me any more words in Jamaica that come from Ashanti. I like to know. Right. But the bulk of the language I found is more fuller in Jamaican Patwa than any other language. Because in Wolof, the word bop means head. And in Jamaican, they say, I'm bopping at your head. Bop, I'm bopping, boy, come on, bopping. So the word bop means head in Wolof. So that's one of the only words I found that come from Wolof. But for Fulani, there's many. For Fulani, Jamaican is many. Like, for example, in Pulaar, Guinea, you said to somebody, Masode, they say Jamton. And in Jamaica, they like to call their country Jamdon. And when you study language, it's not just the word, it's the rhythm which the word is sound. Like in Pulaar, Senegal, he said, Nombada. The people are not going to understand it, but he said, Nombada. It's a certain rhythm how the language flow that made the people listen to the rhythm and the sound of the words. And that's why the same thing like in Nigeria. Some people say fele, fela.
In Jamaican Patwa, they say Nombada or Umbada?
No, they don't have that greetings. They don't have
But they say Jamdon.
Yeah, they say Jamdon.
Jamdon.
Yeah, where you come from? Jamdon.
Jamdon? Okay, yeah. Jamdon.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they like to say yard. Yard me come from. Yard. Go on me yard. And in Fulani, when you listen, me yard.
Yeah, me yard, yes.
Yeah, me yard. So, yard. And then Jamaicans, they said, I am there. I am there. I am there. And for Pulaar, say, I there. I there. Right? So, the word Jamdon, Jamton, That's a word that...
so how is this term ayimde used in Jamaican Patwa? Ayimde.
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 Yes. That means I see him. I see him.
Okay.
Ayide.
Yeah,
I see Ayimde.
Yes.
Yes. So one of the things too, when you study languages, you have to listen to the flow and the rhythm of the language.
Yes.
Every language has a certain rhythm. Like in Ghanaian Patwa, they have a sing song. Aprona pra. They have a rhythm.
Yes.
You know, Yoruba, wala fi shagba, iwala fi she, beni kondu, iwala fi she, babang bengne. There's a rhythm that they have. Wala fi nanga def, gisne ala gis, yanginus. There's a rhythm that they have, you know. Ibedi, you know, Anisu, Aniwula, that's Bambara. And in Fula, they tend to drag their words because Fula words drag because they have a lot of double vowels. Like in Arabic, you have your short vowel and your long vowel.
Right.
So in Fula, they have their long vowels. So these long vowels, you have to drag these words. Mad, in Arabic, they call it mad. So Jamaican say, wa guan. Wa pre, where you depan. They have a tendency of dragging words. And when all these ethnic groups I just called, Yoruba, Shanti, or Wolof, Mandingo, these people don't drag their words.
Right.
They don't drag their words. But Jamaicans have a tendency to drag words. And the people who drag words would be Fulani. The Fulani, they drag words.
Give us, if you can recall, give us some more example of the Fula.
Yeah, like for example, they have what you call a sound system culture in Jamaica. And in the sound system culture, they will play the music and then they'll stop, they pull it up. The DJ or the MC will say, Harlem, pull up my selector. Harlem, pull up my selector. Then they would play and then the Harlem, pull up. So I would hear the Harlem, pull up. Harlem, pull up. Harlem, pull up. Harlem, pull up. Yeah, there was Harlem, pull up my selector. Harlem, pull up. So the way they say Harlem pull up and Harlem Pulaar is just like it. The rhythm and the tonation it go together, right? So in Jamaica, they say come nyam, come nyam, and in Pulaar they say nyam, come eat.
Yes.
Right, so nyam means to eat. Only other language I know nyam means eat is probably a Wolof. The nyam can also means eat, but they usually use the word lek, kai lek. It's come eat. But and for Pulaar, nyam. And then once you eat already, like the Jamaica say, what, you nyam it already, you nyam already, or you nyam it already. And they're going to say, yeah man, me nyam it. Yeah man, me nyam it. Yeah man, me nyam it. And for Pulaar, they're going to say, I nyam. And they say, hey yo, me nyam it. Hey yo, instead of hey man, you're saying hey yo. Instead of hey man, hey yo. Eyo menyami, mehari, mahari. So so Jamaican say, yeah man, menyamit, and it sounds almost identical. So in any Pulaar speaking place, where in Senegal or in Pulaar and Futa Toro, they're mixing Arabic with Pulaar. When you go to Gambia, you hear they throw English in, with Pulaar. When you go Senegal or Guinea-Bissau, Kolda, you hear them mixing French with Pulaar.
Right.
So Jamaica, you have English mixed with Pulaar. A lot of words, English mixed with Pulaar. So like in Senegal, I hear, you know, when I was learning the, what you call it, adjectives in Pulaar, like somebody's tall, they say Toby. Somebody short, they say Rabidi. Somebody fat, they say Butu. Right? These are examples. So in Jamaica, I used to hear they use the term like "Gwe ya Butu." Yeah, "Gwe" from me ya Butu. Right? So Butu. They pronounce it the same exact way.
The implosive B.
Yeah, the B is pronounced with the B in Pulaar with the curve on it.
Right.
There are two B's. There's a regular B and the B with the curve.
B.
So they say Butu. Butu.
Yeah.
So they
so when they're in Jamaica,
yeah, when they want bus shot. Yeah, they're using the B or the Fulani B.
Yeah.
B, because you know. So they say Butu, but that one is kind of the meaning that's lost. It has many meanings when you really ask a lot of Jamaicans. They're not cognizant of it. So Butu can mean somebody who's fat, but a Butu can also mean somebody who they're bad-lucked, or a Butu can mean somebody who has bad spirit. Right. So in Jamaica, the word for spirit they use is duppy. Like Bob Marley, one of Bob Marley's first hit was "I am a duppy conqueror." If you are a duppy, I'm a bull bucker. I'm going to conquer you. That's one of the first hit that Bob Marley said. And duppy, in Pulaar, they say duppa. D-U-P-P-A, duppa. It means spirit. Or in Arabic, they call ruhani, or ruhan.
Yes.
So duppy, duppa. So it's Jamaican use the word duppy for spirit. Americans say the boogeyman and they say other things. But Jamaica, duppy. Also, when I was a little boy, we used to play cowboy and Indians. So we used to watch cowboy shows from America with the cowboys, John Wayne, shooting up the Indians. And we used to say, "Pew, pew." When we were shooting at each other, we said, "Pew." And in Pulaar, piande, pian means to shoot. Yeah, pian means to shoot. Piande means, to shoot.
Yeah.
So I find that word still exists.
Yes. Also means to beat too. Pia.
To beat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Piande.
Piande means or beat. That's why in Senegal, in the dictionary, I had it listed as or just to shoot.
Yeah, no, it can mean either, because either way you're hitting them.
Because feed is the word that we use more. But feed means fight. Doesn't necessarily mean beat.
Right. Yeah. So feed they use that in Jamaican Patwa too. What's you talking about Senegal?
They use it, but not like some. I'm giving you the words that most of the words that are used in Africa, and the meaning still stay the same.
Yeah. Yes.
Today,
yes.
But there are many words like hal and pull up. There's some words are changed and the meaning has changed.
Right.
Because words are relative to time, place, and space.
Yes.
Relative to semantic decomposition. Like in America, Democrat, Republican. In the beginning, it was a democratic republic. So a Democrat, it was one when George Washington was one party.
Right.
It was the George Washington Party. It was Democratic Republic.
Right.
So Democrat and a Republican was the same.
Yes.
But they, after a certain period of time, they split into two different parties.
Yes.
One party called themselves conservative. The other one said we're liberal.
Right.
So in time,
Yes.
So words can have different meaning at different time, different place, and different space. And also these words can also change according to semantic decomposition.
Yes.
Right?
So that is true. That is true.
And that the semantics also can be relative to the place, space, and time.
Yes.
Right? So feed them.
Feed them.
Yeah, they'll say, feed them. Feed me. Feed them. Feed me. Feed them. You know.
So in the Jamaican part, what they say, I feed them.
Yeah, feed them.
I feed them.
And then, as you know, Pulaar, ha is a question.
Yes.
Anyami. Oti.
Yes.
Apade.
Yes.
Aimi. Ananide. You know, so awadu them. Jamaica, awadu them. They use the word Also the word a.
Yes.
Is also they use that. And a in Pulaar means yes. So a.
Yes.
A.
Yes.
So a is still used a lot. A. When you listen to a lot of reggae singer, you hear them say a.
So it's a common for say you hear me. At the phrase.
Yeah.
You hear me.
Yeah, you hear me.
Yes.
Yeah, you hear me. You hear me. It's like Anani there.
Yeah,
you hear me. Anani. Yeah, I hear me. But it's still the they just, it's a mixture. English and Pulaar is just one word Pulaar than English. Like come, nyam. Come is the English and nyam is the African word. And so they say it's lost, it's lost, but it's not lost to the people who know African languages. It's lost to the people who don't know any African language.
Yes.
But for those who speak African language, we can recover a lot of these words. The ones them that are not English, clearly not English.
Yes.
Like they say, me little but matalawa. Me little but matalawa. Towa. Towi.
Yeah.
Means tall. I'm little but I'm tall.
Yes.
Me little but matalawa. Towa. Right? So they use towi. Yeah. And then sometimes they say trickle. They used to use the word trickle. Yeah. Do you know see the boy I'm trickle? There's a word I'm trying to remember. I think it's trickle. Something, but in Pulaar, trickle also mean like trickle gorko or trickle debo. You know, means a little boy or a little girl.
Yes.
So they also used to use the word trickle. Trickle means somebody who's small. They use the word sometimes they use the word talawa. To somebody who's like small, but he's like a giant. But they use the word trickle for somebody who's like small, like a midget, like a dwarf.
Wow.
So
yes.
Yeah, that.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Also, I mean, too, another way I know that a lot of Jamaicans are fuller is through the music, reggae. Reggae music. If you listen to the music of the Pulaar, the original music, in Senegal they call it yella. Yeah, yella is used to be just drum and guitar.
Yeah.
The calabash along with the guitar, but they call it bambado. And the Gaulus play Fulbhe or the Gaulu. They play the big guitar is called a hoodoo. The small one is called molo. And the middle one is called bambado. The hoodoo, it plays a heavy bass line. So you have a bass line with the drum line. So reggae, it comes out of a heavy bass line and a drum. It's drum and bass. Basically, what make reggae is the drum and the bass. The drum and the bass is the main thing. Then the horn and the guitars are stronger, strong, but it's the bass and the drum that gives you the rhythm. And the original Fulani music is drum and bass.
Yes, yes,
It's
yes.
drum and bass. And then Jamaicans to talk over their music. They do a lot of talking, what they call DJ. And in Fulani, you had the griots and the gaulu. They talk over the music. They narrate history and epic narratives.
Yes, yes, yes.
On the music. And Jamaican, them, they toast. So you daddy, you Roy. And then they started talking over the music. Just talking. Until now, you know, even now you have hip hop where people are to me just talking.
Right.
They, you know, they call it rapping.
Right.
What is rapping? Rapping is just talking.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
it's not singing. Singing is a different category.
Yes.
Right? So, some Jamaicans love talking and music. Music and talk.
Yeah.
And that's where reggae come about. So when you listen to reggae and a guy named Bob Amal, you know, Bob Amal and Bob Marley. He's it's like Bob Marley, Bob Amal.
Yes.
Favorite Jamaican singer, Bob Marley. Favorite Fulani singer, Senegal, Bob Amal.
Yes.
So Bob Amal did a DJ song with a Jamaican actor, DJ, a song called Yella.
Yeah.
Where he showed the connection between the two music.
Yes.
So reggae music origin out of the Fulani people.
Yes.
That you can see the link if you listen to both. Just like blues, you can see it come out of Mali. It come out of the people from Mali, the people from the north. You know, people, Ali Faraka Toure kind of showed the link between the music of Mali and the blues. But reggae comes out of Fulani music.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. No, I heard when I was in Guinea, and I listened to the Guinean, the Fulani artists, music artists in Guinea. It definitely sounds like reggae music, you know, Caribbean music in general. And
also, another thing too. I was told, you know, reading some books and research that the word Fulani meant the long hair people.
Okay.
Yeah, I was told that's what it meant. But, you know, as I learned Pulaar, the word Fulani is incorrect. It's the word Fulani comes from the word Fulbhe. Fulbhe Pulaar, which means language. Yeah. The language of Pulaar. Right. So they heard the word Fulbhe, and so they say, oh, they're Fulani.
Well, it could mean the long-haired people. Now, where did you read that? That's
in them books, you would see Fulanis with long braids.
No, the standard hairstyle, particularly of the Fulbhe Futa, used to be dreadlocks.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it used to be dreadlocks. From what I understand, Prince Abdul Rahman had dreadlocks. You know, that was the common hairstyle of the Fulbhe Futa. They all wore dreadlocks. So maybe they got that definition from that particular hairstyle of the Fulbhe Futa.
Also I read in books that the man, especially the Wadabe at Niger, they wear their hair long.
Yes.
And when they're single. But once they're married, they shave their hair off.
Yes. Well, yeah. The Wadabe, their tactics. You know, like the hunter dresses like a particular animal that they want to catch.
Yes.
So the Wadabe will beautify himself like a woman in order to catch the woman. Yeah. So they would do the long hair. They would put on the makeup and everything, and you know, and look real pretty to attract the woman to them. Yeah. And so once they get them, they will take off the mask and the costume.
Okay. So anyway, the long hair, I'm just saying that a lot of Jamaicans used to like to have long hair. Right. And that's why they love the dreadlocks. Right. Because your hair can grow really long, especially when it's matted. Right. Cultures like Ghana, Nigeria. I'm not talking the era of weave now. Everybody got long hair now, women and weaves. But if you live in Africa, there are many tribes, their hair don't grow more than 4 or 5 inches.
Yes.
Most from Ghana to Sierra Leone to Liberia to Guinea-Bissau to Casamance, Senegal. A lot of these people, their hair don't grow that long. Where the person who hair grows long among the tribe, among those, you will see the Fulani.
Yes.
Most of them so they say the Fulani is the long hair people. Then I would say, batteries, but there's a charger right there.
Hold it there.
Yeah, so Jamaicans are known as the long hair people, the Rasta.
Yes.
Yeah. Especially Bob Marley. No, that's the wrong one. No, it's wrong. So we looked at music, and I could definitely see the Fulani influence.
Yes.
I looked at the Patwa language, and I could definitely see that a lot of the Patwa are influenced by the Fulani language in terms of syntax, in terms of the semantics, the meaning, and I can see the correlation in terms of the rhythm, the first pitch of the language, the tone of the language, all of this. It's Fulani. Also, religion. One of the traditional religion in Jamaica is called Kumina. Right? It's called Kumina. Right? The Spanish call it Pocomania. Because the Spanish said they were little maniacs. Poco means little and maniacs, so call it Pocomania. So today many of the people call it Poco. I'm going to Poco Church. But Kumina is what is the other term. And the word Kumina comes from the Pulaar word Kumen.
Yes.
There's a guy named from Mali called Mpate Bah. He was a journalist. He did a whole documentary on the Kumen religion.
Yes.
So I was told growing up in Jamaica that Kumina, it comes from Congo. It was a Congo. But I would have to check my Swahili. Nina say my Kiswahili kidogo. I speak a little Swahili. Only Swahili word that come to me I hear is Zungugu Zunguza. Yellow man sing a song. Enough of trouble, yellow man. Zungugu Zunguzeng. And Zungugu Zunguza means to conversate. In the word Swahili.
Yes.
Right. So, but Kumina didn't strike me to be any word from the from Swahili or from the Bantu. But Kumin is definitely from the Berber Pulaar.
Yes.
The Berber Pulaar of Mali. Right. So you even have dance. They have a dance called Kumina. And they play the drums like you galloping, which is the same beat of which they play the calabash. The Fullers play the calabash.
You said this dance is in Jamaica?
Yeah, Jamaica. In Jamaica, they have a dance called Kumina. That's the central beat of it, like a horse galloping, which is the pada. They play the same thing with the water drum, with the water, the calabash on the water with the 2 sticks. Same rhythm the Fuller play. They play that same rhythm on the Kumina drum. And they dance around in Kumina and they sing and they go into trance and they speak to the spirits and, that's their religious service. as part of their religious service with the drumming and the thing, and they do it sometimes on top of tombs and stuff. So it's called Kumina. And Kumen is a religion from the Berber people, Pulaar, where they used to go into the not the savannah or in the woods, and then two mongoose used to appear to them and begin to teach them about Pulaku and about the rules and regulation and thing about being a mystics. And so that religion is called Kumen. And Jamaica too, when I was growing up, there used to be a lot of mongoose in Jamaica. A lot of mongoose. But what I was told is that they brought the mongoose to kill the snakes, because there was a lot of snakes in the bushes. So they brought in the mongoose to hunt down a lot of the snakes.
But these mongoose are native to West Africa? I'm sure.
I'm not, probably.
I'll look into that.
Yeah.
Just like a lot of the cows here, they come from Futa. Because they did a study of DNA on the cattle here, and none of them are native here. They all come from West Africa, and they all Fulani cattle.
Okay.
So, and even the chicken, they call it the Guinea chicken.
Yeah.
And they even brought the grass from Guinea.
Oh, okay.
The Guinea grass, because the cattle have to graze on a particular type of grass.
Yeah.
And when I went to a cattle farm in Long Island, I looked at the grass. I said, this grass reminds me of Futajala, and come to find out, it is the grass from Futajala. It's called Guinea grass.
Yeah.
So they not only brought us, they brought a lot of the creatures in the actual land and crops from West Africa and brought it over here to the Western Hemisphere. So that mongoose, I'm sure, is probably
they had
from
a lot of mongoose in Jamaica, especially when I was growing up. A little bit. I used to find the mongoose to be strange, because they will pop up like they're like a raccoon, but a raccoon is way bigger. But they'll stand on two legs. And then look at you hard, and then they run. You know, so a little boy used to see them. So
interesting.
It's same that mongoose now is the similar story in the Berber Pulaar. Yeah, so that's why you get Kumen.
Kumen, yes, the Initiatics of the Kumen, yes.
Right. The word, how can I put it? The Fulanis are very proud. Let's look at the attitude and the philosophical culture of the person, meaning their mind, how their behavior pattern and their minds. The Fulanis have certain behavioral patterns through Africa, which distinguish them from a lot of the other tribes. You know, they have certain behavior patterns. You know, because the Fulani tend to be more to themselves. And they don't mix very easily with other tribes. The Jamaicans are like that in a sense. Jamaicans are very proud to be Jamaicans. The Fulanis are very proud to be Fulani. In all, wherever you go, min come Pulaar, tigi. They say they're very proud. Yeah, min come Pulaar night. They add the word nigh on it, you know, to mean that they are proud to be the Pulaar. Right? So there's some call, I wouldn't say racism, but sometimes there's some prejudices against other ethnic groups, because the Fulanis are always so proud, and the Fulanis are always one of the people who like to hang on to their culture. You don't find the Fulanis drift too far away from their culture. Like when you go to East Africa and South Africa and Central Africa, a lot of these people have lost all of their culture.
Right.
It's all gone. But Fulani, they tend to hold on to their culture.
Yeah.
So Jamaicans, no matter where they go, they hang on to being a Jamaican.
Right.
They don't take on other people's culture. And when you come to New York City, most of the time when you see an African wearing African clothes, 90% of the time he's a Fuller. If you see him wearing African clothes, 90% of the time he's a Fuller. That's the only African group that I see come here, and where Nigerians wear it to go to church or go to a function. But the Fulanis, even if they wear Western clothes out, as soon as they get home, they put on their African clothes. They're very proud of their dress. So I found that there's a similar pride that the Fullers have that Jamaicans have. Jamaicans are very proud of themselves. You can see it with Usain Bolt and the Olympics and Jamaican reggae, and they just so proud of themselves. And the only people I see so proud of themselves in West Africa is the Fuller.
I mean, I've even noticed from a lot of my brothers, particularly, I noticed it from brothers in the Nation of Islam, who have very distinct Fulani features. They come out of Jamaica. There was this one brother, I thought he was a Fulani, and he was working around the corner from the mosque in Harlem. And I looked at him, and I said, where are you from? And he said, why are you asking me where I'm from? But he didn't want to tell me at first because he said, sometimes Jamaicans have a bad name. I said, no, I thought you were, Fulani, and because this was after I came back from Guinea. And he said, it's funny you say that because he said to me, when he looked at me, he said, I look like his younger brother. And his sister did a DNA and sure enough, they were Fulani. He was a brother from Jamaica. So I find that a lot of West Indians and Jamaicans in particular, they have Fulani features, clear Fulani features, in the men and the women.
Let's look at features. If you go to Jamaica, I would say a good 70% of the population are brown skin or light skin. A good 70% of them. They have this complexion of the Fuller. Majority. You can go any part of Jamaica. Most of them, their complexion is very similar, similar to the complexion of the Pulaar.
And what's also interesting is that when Fulani, from French West Africa, particularly like Guinea, when they learn to speak English, they are confused for Jamaican. Yes, because as you were saying earlier, the rhythm of the speech. It sounds exactly like somebody from Jamaica. So people usually think, oh, he's Jamaican. You see, because it's exactly the same rhythm of speech. Exactly the way they speak their English is the way Jamaicans speak their English. Yes.
Well, that's interesting. The way different countries speak their English or their Patwa is influenced also by the majority of the tribe that is in that region. So like for Haiti, you can hear that their English or their French, their Creole, is influenced by two countries. It's Bambara and Yoruba. I can hear clearly Bambara. Ayi Bobo, that's Bambara. Right? You can hear Bambara and you can hear Yoruba. Ase Pase, like Bawoni, Dadanio. You can hear the rhythm is Yoruba, or Bambara, Yoruba. With the Trinidad, oh gosh, I talking to you as a Trini. You can hear their rhythm is Congo. it's Congolese, it's Swahili, it's Kikombe. It's their rhythm is Congolese.
Yeah. Very interesting.
So Jamaican, their rhythm is influenced by the Fula.
Yes.
And most of the people in the West Indians and Haitians, a lot of them, only two main tribes they come from is either Mandingo and Fula. I can also see some Fulani culture in Haiti, especially when they do certain dance and certain culture and certain things. I'm able to identify that's Fula. Because I know all the Wango. Wango is the dance of the Fula.
Right.
I know the dances of Wango. So I can see them doing like the Wango dance or doing certain dance I know is attributed to the Fula.
Yeah. And they say, "Woy,
woy,
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 yes.
woy, woy."
Yeah. And that's common, and particularly in getting Fula.
Yeah.
They, woy. Yeah.
Well, even too in Fula, the negative is wawa. I'm a wawa name. And Jamaican them say wawa. Awa frighten them. Awa do no. Awa you know. Yeah, awa go on. Awa. They use the wawa also in the word when it's something of when they are protesting against something. They use the wawa in the Pulaar language, which means negative. Bob Marley sing, "Awa frighten them, awa frighten them."
Wow.
He could have just said, "What frightened them?" Awa frightened them. The wawa comes in because the wawa is in the Pulaar.
Yes.
But
Wow.
Mayarata, that's the other way to say the negative.
Right.
But you could use the wawa also.
Yes. Wawa means like can't or not able. Yes. Wawa. Yes.
So that's that phrase is common in that thing.
Wow, this has been a very, very deep discussion.
Another way to look at one last point, I'm going to say another way you could tell is like in the history books, they are, and even today, most Jamaicans think they're from Ghana or Nigeria. And the Ghana and Nigeria push is because two reasons. Those two countries are English speaking.
Right.
The other countries that are not English speaking, they don't want you to even know or recognize them. There's a push for Ghana and Nigeria. And there's a push for Ghana and Nigeria because these two countries are the biggest in fetish religion of practicing or voodoo or obia. I got to see where the word obia come from, if it's our country or Nigeria. But Jamaican use the word obia. They want to make all Africans on this side come from people who practice obia. So they were heathen, so we gave them Christianity. Right. But a lot, unfortunately, most of the Fulanis were Muslim. So you can see some of the Muslim practices in their culture also. And if you see Muslim practice to the indigenous people in this side, or people go back this side, it comes from either two sources, either Mandingo or Fula.
Yes.
Because those are the only two tribes were Muslims.
That's right.
Around the time from 14th century.
Yes,
the Wolofs, they didn't become Muslim until around the 17th, 18th century. Most of them. But by the 18th century, almost all of the Fulanis were Muslim. All of them are Muslim.
The Fula, under the name Takwa, established the first Islamic kingdom in West Africa.
Also, I know this is another thing too that a lot of people in the West don't pay attention. Sometimes they go and do these DNA, and the DNA people tell them, "Oh, you're from Cameroon," or it could be Liberia, or it could be Guinea-Bissau, or it could be Niger. Is he gonna be confused?
Right.
To know where you come from.
Yes.
You're gonna be confused.
Yes.
Because sometimes you can't look at the name of the country. And the name of the country when the Europeans split up the country and give it these names.
Exactly.
So you can't look at the country. Like a lot of Jamaicans are, we're from Ghana. No. Don't look at where you come from. Try to find out what tribe you are.
Right.
Like, try to find out, well, I'm Fuller, or I'm Mandingo, I'm Yoruba, I'm Hausa, I'm Igbo. Then once you know the tribe, then you will know the source of where your history come from, the source of your culture, the source of your influence, where your people originated from, their travels and how they got to where they reach, and what they are known for. You can find out, but if you look at a country, some countries got 75 different tribes, 75 different languages, or 250 different languages. So how are you going to know with the DNA now, oh, I'm that? No, you need to know the tribe. You need to know the tribe, and then that can help you more. So that's why I'm trying to say, if Jamaicans study Fulani more, then they can learn more about themselves.
Yes. That is so true. That is so true. Yes, indeed. Yeah. Well, they'll understand why they are the way they are, because if you're a Fula, you're going to always exist as a Fula. I've been existing as a Fula my whole life, and when I found out the behavior of Fula people, I said, "Oh, that's why I am the way I am." It just made sense. You know?
Well, for me, I've always resist working a job.
Yes.
I never really understand why I didn't like having a job. But the Fulani people are business people.
Yeah, they are. Yes.
You know, I fought for religion. I mean, once I found Islam, I stuck to it like glue. And I just, a lot of my family members just couldn't understand why I'm with this Islam thing. But it's the same, though. The most of the religious scholars from West Africa are Fulani.
That's right.
Most in Senegal, most of them are Fulani. Sheikh Amadou Bamba, Ba. Sheikh Umar Futi, Sheikh Umar Tal, and Sheikh Seydou Umar Ba, and all the imams from Futa.
Usman B. Fodio.
Usman Dan Fodio, Sheikh Ibrahim Nias, wherever you look, there's these Sheikhs, they're always some Fulani collection. So Fulanis are very religious people. That's one of their characteristics is that they love religion. And then you see the Rastafarian thing, that's why the Jamaicans lock on to that. Because Fulani just don't, it's hard to ever find a Fulani Christian. I in Africa, you just one of the last people or the hardest people to convert to Christianity is the Fullers.
That's right.
Yeah, the Fulanis, they usually don't. So the Rastas, they just not taking Christianity. They don't want it, so they just create something else as a rejection to. But as they get along and they learn about the Bifals in Senegal, who are Muslims and Rastas, then they'll eventually put Islam together. But they're so steep into the Rastafarian culture now that it's hard for them to digest Islam right now. But they respect Islam. I never always seen a Rasta who never respect Islam. They always respect it. For some reason, they have respect for it. It may not be it, but they are because deep down inside, they are fuller and there's some sentimental connection to it.
Yeah.
I've only met one Rasta who said he don't deal with Muslim at all. And I said, why you don't deal with Muslim? And he said that Haile Selassie had said in the speech never to trust the Muslims. And Haile Selassie had said that, because he had a war with the Muslims, that he was fighting there from Eritrea. He had a war with them for a long time over border dispute, but the Eritrean eventually got their independence for their own country. But, Haile Selassie had a long-gone war with them. You have to say you don't trust the Muslim, but that's the only thing he could say. But he couldn't give me no more rationale other than that. So he said, that's why you don't trust the Muslim, because Haile Selassie said. But a lot of them, eventually, Rasta and Muslim is going to go, it's the world that's going to collide. It's going to eventually collide. It's going to eventually go again, together. And, once they learn about their true Fulani culture, and that all this thing that they're trying to do and the way they dressing and all this, it has to do with their Fulani DNA.
Very deep, very deep. Man. All right, well, I got a lot of material here.
Some things. One last thing too. What I also study, I studied movements of people because I'm a master dancer. And so every tribe have a certain part of their body they isolate or they focus on when they dance. So in me studying dances and movement, I study the way people walk. And the Fulanis, they walk a certain way. A lot of Fulanis tend to walk what you call it, not pigeon toe, but more like penguin. They walk more like a penguin. And when you see a lot of Rasta man walk, they do the penguin walk. Even if they have not knee, they still do the penguin. So the penguin walk is done a lot by the Fuller because of the jalabia they wear. They wear the jalabia and they put it behind it, so you have to step out like this. You have to step out like this. So I'm going to end with one story that I was told about the walking. There was a man, and his wife had a baby, and the baby was just learning to walk. And he stood and he watched the baby, and the baby made his first step, and the baby stepped off with the left leg. And that man went and grabbed the wife and started beating her. And they said, why are you beating her? He said, the baby stepped off with the left leg. And he said, gather everybody now. And they called everybody, the male servant, everybody. And he says, this boy is not mine. And he asked the male servant, he said, step off. And the male servant stepped off with the left leg. And he says, see, that's the father of the child. Our people step off with the right leg. So you find that a lot of Jamaicans and Rasta, when they stand, they push out the right leg. We are the Muslims, we're taught when we step in the masjid, we right leg. Right. So I could see the right leg thing in a lot of Jamaicans also.
Wow, that's deep. That's deep. That's deep. And I just want to add that my family has a particular way we walk, and it's like we lean to the right. Our head leans to the right, and our right arm swings
Yeah.
And everybody knows that knew my dad, like the Brothers in the Nation of Islam was around during Malcolm's time. And the old timers, when they see me and my brother, they say, oh, he walks just like their dad. You know, they could see us from a block away from the way we walk. You know, it's just from the way we walk because it's significant. And I was watching this video, this music video about, it was Songhai Niger is the name of the group. And it was about the Fulbhe people. Yeah. And I saw this little girl, and she walked exactly like my family. Yeah. Exactly like my family. And she's, you know, she was born in Africa, but her walk was exactly our walk. So it's very, very interesting that you say that. Very interesting that you say that. Wow. Yeah. Wow, that's deep. That's deep. Man. Okay, so I think we covered a lot. I'm gonna pause this.